What up, YouTube? It's your boy JP's on the keys, and it's too easy, and we're back with another video today. This is another one of my videos where I'm going to talk about social issues, or just things that society seems to make a big fuss. I don't know why there's still an argument about the gender gap. I feel as if women, technically, and these are just from my point of view, I feel like women technically usually do not take on the higher jobs that men usually take. You have to think. Men built the infrastructure. Mostly men built this whole infrastructure that we work on. Men are leading in workplace deaths. Men are leading in workplace injuries. There are statistically more men in the STEM fields, the jobs that make more money. And there's no barrier to women getting in these fields. It's just that women choose not to. They choose careers like teaching, social work, nursing, CNA, careers like that. Careers that are obviously they're not going to make the biggest money, but that's just what it is. Also, you have to understand that as men, there is no societal pressure to have a family. A lot of women, society looks kind of down on them if they don't have kids by a certain age, if they're not married by a certain age. So obviously, life things do get in the way. Like, as a man, I'm not pressured to marry somebody. I'm not pressured to have kids. You know what I'm saying? I'm not pressured. It's not like a pressure, but it's like kind of like it's a goal that I feel like a lot of young girls want. They want a family. They want kids. They want that house. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna listen to a woman talk about the gender gap. So, a woman that obviously knows more than me on the subject. So without further ado, let's just get to this.
If for the same work women only make 77 cents for every dollar a man makes, why don't businesses hire only women? Wages are the biggest expense for most businesses, so hiring only women would reduce costs by nearly a quarter, and that would go right to the bottom line. Don't businesses want to be profitable? Or are they really just bad at math? Well, actually, it's the feminists, celebrities, and politicians spreading this wage gap myth who have the math problem. Here's why. The 77 cents on the dollar statistic is calculated by dividing the median earnings of all women working full-time by the median earnings of all men working full-time. In other words, if the average income of all men is, say, $40,000 a year, and the average annual income of all women is, say, $30,800, that would mean that women earn 77 cents for every dollar a man earns. 30,800 divided by 40,000 equals 0.77.
You see what I'm saying? That's why you don't always want to listen to these people that have these statistics, because they always flip it to fit their narrative. Like it always does that. Like, just like when they try to say, when Trump tried to say that, the unemployment is down. Well, you don't take into account the people that work part-time jobs, people that work seasonal jobs, people that work underneath the table. You just put all jobs in. You just put everything into one big category, but everything's not the same. You know what I'm saying?
But these calculations don't reveal a gender wage injustice, because they don't take into account occupation, position, education, or hours worked per week. Even a study by the American Association of University Women, a feminist organization, shows that the actual wage gap shrinks to only 6.6 cents when you factor in different choices men and women make. And the key word here is choice. The small wage gap that does exist has nothing to do with paying women less, let alone with sexism. It has to do with differences in individual career choices that men and women make. In 2009, the U.S. Department of Labor released a paper that examined more than 50 peer-reviewed studies and concluded that the oft-cited 23-cent wage gap may be almost entirely the result of individual choices being made by both male and female workers.
Choices. Like I said, choices. It's a choice. Like I said, the women are not barred from going into these STEM fields. It's just women choose not to go into these STEM fields. Just like you can say that before you say something about a male-dominated patriarchy, don't women dominate nursing? Don't women dominate teaching? Don't women dominate social work? Don't women dominate those customer service jobs like the receptionists and the secretaries and the you know what I'm saying, like the cosmetics and the cosmetics industry? There's no way. There's not saying a man can't go in that field. It's just men choose not to do that. Life boils down to choice.
Well, let's look at some of those choices. Georgetown University compiled a list of the 5 best-paying college majors and the percentage of men and women majoring in those fields. Number 1 best-paying major, petroleum engineering, 87% male. Number 2, pharmaceutical sciences, 48% male. 3, mathematics and computer science, 67% male. 4, aerospace engineering, 88% male. 5, chemical engineering, 72% male. Notice that women outrepresent men in only one of the 5 top-paying majors by only a few percentage points. Now consider the same study's list of the 5 worst-paying college majors. Number 1, counseling and psychology, 74% female. 2, early childhood education, 97% female.
97%. 97. Think about this. When was the last time you had a male teacher in school? And most of the time when you had a male teacher, it was in a high school or it was in college. You remember that. Remember that.
3, theology and religious vocations, 66% male. 4, human services and community organization, 81% female. And 5, social work, 88% female.
Social work, exactly.
Here, it's the women who lead in all but one category. Even within the same profession, men and women make different career choices that impact how much money they make. Take nursing, where male nurses, on the whole, earn 18% more than female nurses. The reason? Male nurses gravitate to the best-paying nursing specialties, they work longer hours, and disproportionately find jobs in cities with the highest compensation. Now here's how one expert on nursing compensation, Professor Linda Aiken of the University of Pennsylvania, sums up the data. Career choices and educational differences explain most, if not all, the gender gap in nursing. The Department of Labor paper concluded that once these differences are accounted for across all professions, the unexplained wage gap is somewhere between 4.8 and 7%, almost identical to the 6.6 percentage gap found by the AAUW. But why is there any gap at all? No one knows for sure, as both the AAUW and the Labor Department concede. There are so many variables that drive wages that no single study can cover them all. Few wage gap studies control for variables such as dangerous work environment. Men are vastly overrepresented, for example, on oil rigs. And here's another variable. Men are more willing and able to work long hours without advance notice. According to Harvard economist Claudia Golden, even if 2 lawyers have the same education, same specialty, and work the same number of hours, firms pay more to someone who is willing to always be on call and ready to be in the office when the firm needs them, as opposed to wanting a more regular schedule. This isn't sexism. It's just common sense. With more realistic categories and definitions, whatever wage gap remains would certainly narrow to the point of vanishing. So it seems that business leaders aren't bad at math simply because they don't only hire women. Those who claim that for the same work, women earn 77 cents on the dollar compared to men, on the other hand, are not merely bad at math, but at telling the truth. I'm Christina Hoff Sommers of the American Enterprise Institute for Prager University.
Like I said before, it's personal choice. Women choose to go into these careers. And you can't get mad when you didn't go get that education that was required to go get that higher advanced nursing degree, and you wonder why this guy's making $50 an hour and you're making 25. You feel me? You gotta, it's choices. It's choices. You can't get mad at the choices you make. Remember that. You can't get mad at the choices you make. There is no gender wage gap. Everything, that is a choice. It's literally a choice. You choose to go into whatever field you choose to. Nobody's blocking the gate saying women can't go into these big fields. Obviously, there is an underrepresentation. but it's by choice. It's literally by choice. Like, nobody's telling women they can't go into these engineering fields. Like, you see, there's still women in petroleum engineering and aerospace engineering and all these super high paying careers. You know what I'm saying? But definitely just remember, if somebody tries to tell you that there's a huge wage gap, just show them this video. Anyway, thanks again for watching. You know what I'm saying? Leave a like on the video. Also, don't forget to turn on my post notifications. Also, subscribe if you are new to the channel. Thank you so much. Please be safe. Have a great day. Stay on the grind. I'm out. Peace.